Okay. Sorry. One last.
Okay, it says it's live.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay,
Got it.
good. Now
Hello.
I'm
Merry
going.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. I need to turn off my
Yay.
email program right now. Oh God, I hope I didn't quit you. No, I didn't. Whew. Oh my God. It's like, oh, I just turned it off. How are you? I'm a little frazzled, as you can tell.
Well, we got on so late. Sometimes we're good and we get on early. Sometimes
Yeah.
we're not. And today we were not good. So
Well, and I don't know. I think you're the same way I am. I am so routine that like the minute anything is out of the ordinary, it throws
yeah,
me like I cannot. This is on a Friday and not a Saturday. I can't,
it's so weird.
Plus, oh, so Fridays are my work from home day, and I'm here with
Uh-huh.
Ivy myself. And so it's all day Ivy. And then at 3:30, I have a nighttime nurse that comes in just till she goes to bed at like
Uh-huh.
8. And so I wait, until she got here at 3:30, and I would get a shower and get ready and get a nap, of course, so I could be available. Be
Yeah.
available intellectually because, at that hour, if I don't have a nap, I'm done. I'm done. But Megan, did you get your sleep patches yet?
No, I didn't.
You are going to be so
I need
happy.
to because you told me about them. I looked them up and I was like, I need to get this,
Oh,
but
you know what? That's right. Angel ordered them. I knew someone while I was telling them about it, was like, boom, ordered them because so many people I know are struggling with sleep. I should have brought them to show them on the screen. So this company called Wella Moon, Wella Moon, Wella Moon, if anyone is listening and going, what are you talking about? I have insomnia, as everyone knows. I most of my life slept like 2 or 3 hours a night, like, and not never in a row. Those are not 3 hours of sleep in a row. And I started wearing these patches. I put them on the inside of my arm, and it's melatonin, hops, valerian root, and magnesium, and it absorbs into your skin, and it's all night long. So when I take melatonin, it'll put me to sleep, but it doesn't keep me asleep. I'm up, in 30, 40
yes,
minutes, and then I'm, ready to go again. So,
that's
man,
what's happening to me. I take melatonin, but I wake up at like
yeah,
1, 2, or 3, and I stay up until 5.
I slept 9 hours last night.
That's amazing.
I feel like a mom with a new baby that's saying the new sleep schedule. Yeah, 9 hours. I got up twice to pee because I am 52, and I'm an old girl. My body doesn't want to go through the whole night, my bladder, without peeing, but Lord have mercy. I feel like a new human being. I'm not even joking. I feel like a new human. So if you're having trouble sleeping, my friends out there, check them out. And they're not expensive. I think maybe it was $20, $20 for like a month's supply.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan. I hope that they don't stop working, because I've had a lot of things like that too, where you start with it and it's great, and then it, peters out. So I'm hoping that's not the case with this. So
Yeah. Amy said that Amaya came running when she heard your voice.
Maya, that sweet naughty little girl. That's Amy's cat. One of her cats. She's got me. So are you ready for Christmas? I see you've got your little
I'm
and
ready from the Dollar Tree, but I'm not ready
yeah.
with the gifts that I have to buy. But
The second
we
half of your
got,
gift just got here today, so I gotta wrap it and send it. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We have our company Christmas party tomorrow, so we do
oh,
that.
so
Like
exciting.
the major focus of my day will be that party, because obviously I'm hosting it, not here at my house, but in general. So I
Yeah.
gotta I gotta be the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be so fun.
We're doing it at the same restaurant we did it last year, and they did such a good job for us, in a private room, because we've got a good crowd. So, and everyone's looking forward to it, and they're all excited. So, yeah, it should be fun. Should be fun. I don't know. But
Yeah,
gift
I'm
wise
sure it will
and stuff, I don't know. I've got stuff coming in every day just because I'm like,
be.
oh, I forgot so and so, quick. finding something to order. I ordered my sister something this morning. Hopefully it will be here before I see her. She's leaving town, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm terrible. This is me every Christmas. I wait till the last minute, and every year I swear I'm not going to. Amy and I were talking about this the other day. I swear I'm going to get it done throughout the year. It would be so much easier, right? To just stalk away
Yes.
gently and calmly throughout the year. Even
Yeah.
shit, even if you started at Halloween, it could be accomplished. But no,
Yes.
nope. I wait till Thanksgiving and later.
I think we all say that every year that we will do that the next year,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah,
don't.
and don't.
But
I don't know.
Miranda and
There,
I,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's okay. We got our niece and nephew a gift, which are the most important part because
Yeah.
they're the kids of the family. So we feel accomplished with that, but no one else yet. So
Oh, you might be doing worse than I am.
yeah.
Hearing that you have a lot to buy for.
Um, kind of still like maybe one, two, three, at least four more gifts that we don't know what we're gonna get exactly, and we have to have it here by Christmas, and it's already what? I don't even
Yeah,
know what.
you're in the zone. If you don't order like in the next day or two and you're
Yeah.
ordering, you're gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
But do you know what you're getting them? That's my big thing. Like I never know what to get people. Like I have big ideas and then I'm like I talk myself out of it. Like, oh, they would maybe not like that. Like I like that for them, but I don't know if they're gonna like it. So, I end
Well,
up second guessing it right off the list.
I think we know one, and then the other ones might be like gift cards or alcohol or something that's pretty
Yeah.
easy. So,
Alcohol.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
all else fails,
Yeah. Go to alcohol.
So also I'm gonna say one more thing before our guest comes. I don't know if she's here already. Why is this so lumpy right here? I don't know. It's just the way it's knitted, I guess. Um, well, I was gonna say something. The we're doing this massive giveaway on
Yes.
my Instagram. Oh my God, it's been so much fun. Faith, I'm just gonna say all hail Faith. She has done so much work on that giveaway. It's unbelievable. I know you're on the back end, with the winners.
Uh-huh.
She spent so many days with those graphics. I cannot even tell you, but they're so beautiful. Every day one goes up and I'm
Are
looking at it and they're getting tons of traction, but it's been fun. So I had for I think 3 years, for however long they did the Love Books box, they would send me one every time one came out. So I had like 3 years worth of Love Books boxes here at my house still in the boxes. I always knew I'm going to do something with these for like a promo, but I never knew what. And then I had 12, well, I have 11. So the 12th day, I'm just going to put a box together of like stuff, my stuff, books and
mm,
swag and stuff. But yeah, I was like, this is a perfect thing for Christmas. So one day we spent the like 7 hours opening the boxes, setting them up, taking pictures of it. So we pick the winner the day before. It's kind of a little confusing because it had to start on the first day with no winner. So it started then
yeah.
and then picked the winner of those comments for day one and then showed the box of what they're going to be getting. So I think we're on
Yeah.
day 3 already. So we'll
Yeah.
count right down to Christmas and then I got to get them all mailed out with everything else I owe
Yeah,
people.
that'll
But
be the fun
I'm gonna,
part.
yeah, be taking a pickup truck to the post office. But it's really exciting, and I'm super grateful for everyone that's been, commenting and entering, and it's so fun to see everyone excited and happy about Christmas and to share that Christmas joy. So congratulations to all the winners so far. I don't have their names in front of me, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, Amy says, I know how crazy giveaways are. I have 9 going on Instagram at the moment.
Crazy.
How do you do it all the time? I have some of your books, Victoria, that I've been holding on to that are signed because I have like, more than one. And I
Right.
keep thinking I'm gonna do some kind of fun giveaway, and I
Right.
just like never get it together to do it. But I
That's the
have
thing,
them, and I know that,
you
maybe
know,
I'll put them all together for one person or something. But and also I was gonna say that I remember when I was going to your house every week that
yeah.
you get the boxes. So it's been a long time that you've had them.
Yeah, and they were stacked up for so long here in this office, and then I moved them out to my garage for a little while, and then back in the house, and I'm like, I have got to deal with giving these boxes away. And here was Christmas, and every year Christmas is like, what am I going to do? I want to do something, and so many people have sent me cards and just lovely notes, and it's so sweet, and I appreciate every single one. I read them. They're all setting up in my day office because that's where I am all the time and I want to see them, and so
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. It's just it's a neat time of year. People come out kind of out of the woodwork, and are
Yes.
extra kind. So it's nice.
Amy said I'll be doing a giveaway for the first three books in the Shark's Edge series and a gift card on my Instagram this week. So everyone go enter Amy's giveaway as well. And also on
Oh, yeah.
Victoria's profile, it's going to be every day. So yeah, I was a little confused by it at first. I had to have Faith explain it to me. I was like, okay, I need to message the person who wins the day before. So, I was like,
Yeah.
she explained it to
Because
me
the
and that worked
first
out
day
good.
when we announced it, we didn't have a winner, so we had to like kind of delay the winner a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So yeah, trust me, that's the thing about when you do a giveaway, you got to like kind of come up with the idea. How is it going to work? How are you going to pick the winner? How are you going to, now I've got these boxes that first day with me with all the boxes that is them. We wrap them all like gifts. And so now it's like those boxes have to go in boxes and they're numbered so I know who gets which one because I don't want to
Mhm.
unwrap them all again, and
Yeah.
be through it all. So yeah, there was some effort that went into it, but I know some people do like crazy big giveaways. I don't know. I don't know how they get it all together. I'm not that organized. I'm not, just not. I want to be, but I'm not. I have good intention, but I'm just never. So, let's see. I had oral surgery again since we talked last. My
Are
teeth.
you feeling all better now?
Yeah. So, well, that's what happened. So last week we were supposed to do this mystery author chat and I had oral surgery on Monday and it wasn't the spot where I had the surgery, it was the antibiotics that were making me so sick. And
Uh-huh.
so I had to cancel. I couldn't get out of bed last Saturday. I was so sick. And so because by then it had built up so much. Like the first 2 days of antibiotic, I don't feel great, but it's not as bad as you get to day, 8 or 9 or 10 of the antibiotics. Now I am so sick. I cannot wait till they're done just to get, not have to be taking it anymore. So that's what happened there. I don't know that I've ever canceled one before. I don't think
Yeah,
I
I
did.
was thinking that I don't think we really have done that before, but I'm glad you're feeling better now. Violet says the Shark's Edge series is such a great series. Yes, it is. Um,
Thank you.
Lori said, I hope you're feeling better now. It's no
Yeah,
fun.
I feel great. Like literally the day I stopped taking them, the next day I felt like a new human because ever since I had cancer, everything, like my entire body chemistry has changed. I went all these years without ever getting sick from antibiotics. I mean, I could take anything. And now that was amoxicillin making me that sick. I can't take a lot of things. Like I have a list of allergies now to medicines that I never had before. And you have to find out the hard way that they don't work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, all good, all good. So I'm getting another implant done and it's a little sore. I can feel it, but it's all good. That's just radiation.
I'm so glad you're feeling better. Oh,
Yeah.
Kelly's saying Grant is going to be my first read series of 2024. Because I think, right, Kelly was saying she was saving the books until they were all
She was
out or
waiting
something
till
like
they
that.
were done, and
Yeah.
then I think she was in the middle of another big series or something that she was waiting. And she had read the first three, so she has
Yeah.
read Bass's, little trilogy. So
Yeah.
now she's on the Grant. I expect lots of inboxes, Miss Kelly, when you get to Grant and Rio because their story is so heartbreaking. I think I love their story so much,
Yeah.
what that woman goes through. So, I love that one. I like them all. I'm really excited about the Brentwood books too because I
I'm so excited
reread the
too.
second one just recently. It came back on the last round of, real quick edits. And no, actually I'm saying something that's not even true. It was I was doing pull quotes for it and just rereading it. And I was like, I'm really excited about these. I can't wait for everyone to, get a little bit new material going on.
Yeah, that's so exciting. I can't wait to read them. I started No Prince Charming again because I'm trying to do some TikTok stuff with it.
Mhm.
So that's fun.
Yeah. One
Oh my
of the
gosh, but
Go
it
ahead.
is 9:20, so I guess we should introduce the author now.
She's probably like,
We're
come
so bad.
on.
We're so bad. We started so late. Okay, next time we're going to start much earlier. Okay. Tonight's mystery author is a USA Today bestseller who is a born and raised Southern California girl. She's a baseball freak who supports her team all season long and blatantly admires the athletes in those pants.
I
Music has
noticed.
always been Music has always been a part of her life, and she believes everything has a soundtrack. She loves her two feline fur babies, though they're not quite sure what to do with her. She writes baseball romance, romantic comedies, 90s throwback, and contemporary romance, all with heat and sometimes a little sweet. Please welcome Naomi Springthorp.
Naomi.
Okay,
Connecting.
it's going to take a minute to connect, I think.
Connecting. Yeah. Hey there. We all coordinate. Look at us.
All red and holiday.
How are you?
I am great. How are you doing
I'm
today?
good. I'm good. Thank you so much for rescheduling. I am so, so sorry.
It was quite all right. It meant that I didn't have to do my hair Saturday.
Well, I was just telling everyone while we, kind of get warmed up before the guest comes on. I had oral surgery on Monday. And it wasn't the surgery, it was the antibiotics. I was so sick from those antibiotics. I don't know. And Naomi's a cancer survivor like I am. And I don't know how you are, but my whole body has been rewired. Like it's like I have a different person now. And I never got sick from antibiotics before in my life. And now everything makes me sick.
Luckily, I haven't had to have any antibiotics since then,
Oh,
so
good.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that part. But
Yeah.
absolutely, I feel like
Everything's different now.
everything is different.
Yeah. No, I have like a list of like four antibiotics I'm completely allergic to now that I wasn't before. I think that, I don't know. I wonder, is it the cancer that does it or is it the treatment? Because I kind of think it's the treatment.
I would think it would be the treatment. I would
Yeah.
think so, but you don't know. I mean, I didn't have to have the treatment, but mine I ended up having surgically induced menopause. So I got
Right.
a whole different thing I had to figure out and learn how to
Yeah.
do.
Well, I got the induced menopause, but it was from pharmaceuticals because the drugs they give you to treat the cancer put you in menopause, no matter your age. So that's been a joy. But I
So,
finally have that all squared away too. So that took some doing, because then you have to find drugs you can take being a, female cancer survivor. So
yeah, exactly.
it's like chasing your tail the whole time. But so I went, this is on that topic. I went to the pharmacy yesterday to pick up one of those new, it's Veoza, it's called. It's for menopause.
Huh?
It's safe to take for women that have had breast cancer. Uh, Kicks the hot flashes, all the other crazyville stuff. And they wanted the copay was over $500. And I said, I'm sorry, what? What did you just say? I'm not paying $500 for that medicine. And so I didn't pick it up because I'm taking another medicine that kind of does everything that the Veoza was doing. It was an add-on after, but what is that? $500? That's crazy. And I have health insurance. And I was like, said to the pharmacist, what is this even about? Well, it's a new medication and they just raised their price. And because it's new, there's no generic. And, I'm like, that just sounds like a lot of bullshit to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. They have not. I haven't been able to get anybody to prescribe anything for me. So
Yeah.
I've just done research and been doing kind of like natural supplements and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It seems to work most of the time.
Yeah. I started originally with just apple cider vinegar, and it did good for a little while, and then it stopped, with the hot flashes, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, I've got a combo I'm using now that seems to be I can go days without any of it, but then all of a sudden I'll have a week where I hardly sleep.
Right, right. I was just talking about that too, because I have suffered with insomnia my whole life. And so, of course, the menopause just made it even better. And I found these patches from a company called Moon. Have you seen that? It's all over TikTok. That's where I discovered it. And
Mhm.
it's melatonin, valerian root, hops, and magnesium. I slept 9 hours last night,
Oh, amazing.
which I don't know that I've ever done that in, like, at least since I was a teenager. So I feel like a new human today. I'm ready. Let's go.
Party.
Yeah, party. So I'll tell our audience how I met you originally. Naomi puts on amazing, so well organized book signings here in Southern California mostly. Have you branched out? You stay local, right?
Stay
Yeah.
Southern California. We were gonna start doing one out of the state, one a year out of the state,
Yeah.
and then COVID, and then we were like, let's watch and see how it goes for a few years before we decide to do that.
Right, right. And why? I mean, your shows are so successful. Everyone has a great time. You get a good turnout. Like, why? Why, why break it? Why fix it if it's not broken?
Yeah. Well, the idea was that we would start doing two a year instead of
Right,
just the one. But
right.
we have to have time to be authors and have our life too. You can't just do the signing. So you do too
There's
many of
that.
them. Like
Because
you,
I cannot imagine what is involved behind the scenes of a book signing. So it's a whole year process, right? Planning.
yeah. The longer you have, the easier it is, and the more of them that my partner in crime, Tanya Clark, and I do.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of just like we just do it. It's like we know what we're
Right.
gonna do, but then we'll be like, but gets us in trouble is, oh, let's do this time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Whose big idea was that? Right.
And there's usually two or three of them, and it's a combination. And send her a text message and I say, hey, I have an idea, and then I get this phone call. She goes, yeah, what? And we have this go back and forth thing, but
Yeah.
usually if one of us is having an idea, the other one is having something similar.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like for instance, right now we already have tickets available for our 24 and 25 event. We already have like it's insane what we've got going on for what we've got going on the next 2 years, and 25 will be our first 2-day con. So
Oh, how exciting.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's interesting too is each time we get more authors wanting to come play with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from different places. And I think the first one time we had one where somebody came in from out of the country, we're like, what? We have
What?
from out of the country to come to our signing? What?
Right. Right.
And now we've got people that are repeats coming from,
Right.
and we're like, did I miss something somewhere?
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. And I know we push the envelope on things a little bit sometimes, but because I know we still have models and most of the signings don't have models coming to them anymore.
Right.
But there's a reason for that. We have more control over our models.
Right. They're always so well behaved and they're so kind. This is my experience as an signing author. They walk around, they chat with everyone, they're approachable, they're appropriate, incredibly appropriate, except for the t-shirt thing at the end. They keep their clothes on. We have to put that little disclaimer in there, but that's a fun thing that everyone looks forward to now at your events because it's something you guys always do. They sign, you can buy the t-shirt off the guy's body and you get to take it off of him.
Yeah, they buy raffle tickets. So, and then whoever gets pulled out gets to that. And it's just fun. And they take we were never supposed to be able to take the shirts off of them. It was always supposed to be they would take the shirt off and sign it and give it to the person.
To you. Yeah.
That's not how
it evolved. Yeah.
That's not how it worked. But all the models that we have are models that either Tanya or I found that weren't models before, except for one of them.
Right.
These guys are all, they don't do photo shoots with other people, and they don't have
Right.
any of that model background that
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And to be honest and fair, Tanya has threatened to, chop off a part of their anatomy if they did something wrong.
Right. Right. The one guy this year in Ontario was ex-military. He had the ball cap on, real short hair underneath there, the beautiful blue eyes. And I was chatting with him, for a while, and he was so nice, so humble. And he's like, I don't even know what's going on right now. So I think he was a newbie,
Yeah,
but
that was his first signing. We only have done one photo shoot with him. His name is Jay.
Yeah.
And he's actually one of a really good friend of one of our other models, Travis. And he's so funny and he's so sweet. And Tanya said, I called him and I said, I sold one of your photos, and the author's going to be at the signing in October, and so you want to come be a model for the day, and and then we'll work on doing more photo shoots. And he's like, I really get to be a model. He was just like, really? I get to? Really?
Right.
It's just been fabulous. And he's a total sweetheart.
He was very nice.
It's so much fun. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I totally have my favorites. But it's just because how I know how much I've dealt with him and I've talked to him, and it's really dumb. But my two favorites are guys that I actually found at the baseball stadium.
Well, that's not dumb when everyone knows you love baseball and baseball players and baseball, but they were fans and you just saw them and you were like, dude, you should model.
Yeah. And that's and it's really funny because I have season tickets, so I go to I have one seat to every game.
Right.
And I just go because I know everybody in my section. It's been years. And so both of these guys I found in the section below where I sit, like 4 rows away from me each time. And I'm like, so this is the section we find models in. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So this is where, do you get to pick where you want to sit when you buy season tickets like that, or you just get what they give you?
No. You pick. Well, okay. You pick, but depending on where you are, the seats cost more or less. So like if you're going to be behind home plate, I think somebody was saying it's a huge amount of money, like behind home plate to have a ticket.
Because that's a really good place to be because you see a lot of action. I'm baseball done. Sorry, my kid played t-ball. That's as far as it got. It's
because people like that view and get that close, be right there where they can kind of glare into the dugout and they can kind of see the whole view. What the pitch.
Right, you can see the whole thing, right?
Yeah, and I don't sit there, and the seat I have, I love it where I'm at. Because, and you can laugh at me, but being the baseball that I am, I can see the whole field. I'm up just a little bit. I'm what they call upper field level, so the upper half of the field level, and I'm 2 sections infield from the foul pole on the first base side. So what I like is the first section of seats that are turned, so you're looking towards home plate, so you're not just facing out into the nothing.
Right.
But what I also like is that means I spend, and I'm going to be totally inappropriate when I say this, the game looking at the first baseman's butt.
Nice. All right.
And all of the players, when they stop on home base or on first base.
Theirs too. Yeah.
Worse than that, they stand there, they take their lead, like they take steps off, like they're going to steal second. And they sit there bent over.
Yeah. You can see everything then. Not just their butt.
Oh no.
So you're a yes man.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and my
ask man, ask woman.
Yeah. Well, and I have a fantasy baseball league with my readers. So we have a messenger going and a couple different things. So, and all of these women are baseball fanatics pretty much.
Right.
They know the game, Daryl. And so every time any of us go to a game or get good shots, everybody enjoys the view. And, because we can enjoy the game and the strategy and the butt in those pants all at the same time.
It's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game. And that's kind of that's just the thing. And I
really thought you were going to say you people watch, because that would be me. I would be watching everyone else, because that's no matter where I go, I'm watching everyone else. It does not matter. Like airports are fascinating to me.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah. And I definitely people watch when there's time to do it. but they changed the game and they changed the time on it to where there's only a limited amount of time between pitches now, and they made it go a lot quicker. So you
Oh
don't have
yeah.
much time in between what's going on. And you got to watch because you never know when that ball's heading your direction.
Right.
And I've had it hit my seat. I've had it hit the right.
Lord.
I've had it, and
Oh
you
my
have to watch because it's like it's coming in hot.
Yeah,
It,
no kidding. No kidding.
so, and it's
Do people get hurt from that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm assuming there's no liability from the team on that if you get hit with a ball at the game, right?
I mean, I think there's a thing that says there isn't, but I also know that anytime a ball comes anywhere, that the medics go and check on that person.
Oh, well,
They go
at least
look.
they do that. Yeah, they
So
they
look.
do a courtesy check.
They do, and they changed the net. The net used to be like barely protecting anything,
Right.
and they extended it out on both sides and higher. They made it an MLB guideline. They changed that in all the stadiums a couple of years back. So I mean, it has to either pop up over to get you behind, or you have to be far enough out to where you're not looking through the net, which is another reason why I like it where I'm at, because I don't want to look through the net. I don't want to do that. But I have a great time because I've been sitting in the same row of the same section since 2009.
Oh yeah. So those are your friends.
They're my friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're my people. And
Do they all know that you write baseball romance?
they do.
Yeah.
And well, because I didn't write baseball romance when I started going.
Oh.
So a couple of them were actually the first people to read it because, I needed some baseball people,
Right.
hey, so and it's one of those things. And now they're like, oh, and one of them, she goes, you had a book come out. You didn't read me a paperback yet. Every time I show up, this is what we get.
Yeah.
And so
that's everywhere you go. People are like, oh, where's mine? I'm like, it's at Amazon. I don't know.
yeah. But
I only have so many of them on hand, really.
Cheryl will actually show up with one every once in a while that she bought. And other times she'll call me and she'll say, I didn't order it and now I'm here. Do you have one? Can you bring it? I'm like, yeah, Cheryl, of course, whatever you want, man. So it's just one of those things. But to me, it's a great time. And it's like walking into Cheers.
Right.
I walk in, the usher at the top of my section knows who I am.
Oh yeah.
The guy it's so funny. Part of going to the game is eating food, right? I mean, everybody has to have their beer and their hot dog, whatever. For me, I love the tri-tip shop. And the same guy has been there for, I can't even tell you how many years. And I walk up to there, even if it's been the off season or whatever. And Gustavo looks at me and goes, hello, sweetheart. Are you having the sandwich or the nachos? And I'm like, and
it's like coming home. Doesn't it feel so good? I love that everywhere. So, I'm up here in Temecula, and Temecula started out as such a small little town. We moved here in 1996 from San Diego, right from Qualcomm Stadium area. I lived right there. And but this town has grown so much, but there are so many places because we've been here so long that are still like that. We walk in and they know us because I've been going to the same dry cleaner for 30 years and I've been going to the same, you know what I mean? Like things like that, even though the town has grown so much, there's just that down home feeling still so many places that I go. I like it.
I love that. And it's really funny because the baseball stadium is where knows me the best here because I was living actually north of you until 5.5 years ago. And now I'm across the street from the stadium. But because when you're going to move, you pick where you want to be. And then, I need to see the field. If I can't see the field, I don't want to go. So, but I know because where I was at, it was a much more rural desert area. And same thing, you couldn't go anywhere without anybody knowing. And I like to call it my past life because I don't do what I did anymore. I retired summer before last. And but at least, so I spent 30 years in a completely different field that people would be like, you did what?
Right. That's me all day. I do accounting all day.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. And I did sales and customer service and lived on commission for 30 years.
Right.
And at one point I had 15 employees that I was paying based off just the commission we were generating and multiple locations. And it's just, I'm like, yeah, no.
That's why you're good at doing those signings. it just all came together because you have that experience.
I did marketing events for my business and stuff like,
Yeah.
not big ones
Yeah.
usually, but different
Right.
things.
Yeah. Because I mean, someone like me who does accounting, I would never touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. Like never. Like you know me, I like to walk in and here I am and then walk out. Bye now.
Well, and that's okay. And I gotta tell you, I love going to the signings where I get to do that.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna get my stuff done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't
Time to go.
I don't have to worry about what happens next.
I thought I'm trying to think the drive up there to Ontario was so easy because it was early, and then the drive back, it wasn't nearly as bad. I thought it was gonna be a nightmare because you know that corridor there by Dos Lagos is a nightmare, but it wasn't as bad. Plus, now that they have that fast track through there, I'm out of here. You know?
No, so easy, so
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
No, I've been working a lot on our 24 and 25 event, and I mean, it's just I'm feeling pretty good about a couple of the authors I've got signed up for 25 right now, because part of it is we have divided the tasks up so we do different parts, but we support
Right.
each other along the way.
Sure, sure.
Well, for instance, it's like, okay, so we had our Orange County signing in 2021,
Right.
End of July. I had my cancer surgery in June.
Right. I
Well,
was in recovery too. I remember.
if Tanya wasn't there to go take care of everything for those like 60 days from when I told her, we would have been like, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so that's why it takes the two of us. But it's fun. But part of my thing is finding more well-known authors. That's part of my job, is trying to find, because we want a couple traditionals and we want this, and because it helps bring more people to
Sure.
meet with authors that
they don't know yet.
That people don't
know.
The
more you mix the author lineup, the more you mix the readers coming in. Sure. It all makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just what we're doing. And I'm actually excited for San Diego coming up because we're doing extra events. At it. We're doing these outings, and
outings fun.
Yeah, well, they're sponsored outings, and I picked the location and based on, because it's something I wanted to do. So
it's a baseball game. I can feel it coming.
Well, we do have an option of going to a baseball game on Sunday, but that was not the reason. We're having the event in the gas lamp quarter.
Oh, so fun.
Right. Well, we're doing the event on Saturday, but on Friday night, people are signing up, and we're limiting it. There's only 30 reader tickets for it. And there's a bunch of us authors, and we're taking them on a crawl.
I was going to say, you're doing a pub crawl, right? That's so good. Yeah.
You
cannot not do that in the gas lamp.
I've already got set. We've got 5 stops, and it's like, I've already got all the places have set us up. They know, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, so that I can't wait, because I'm like, we got to do it here, because then we're going to do this, and so.
And that time, what time of year?
June.
Summer. Oh yeah, perfect weather. So good.
Yeah, we're gonna have so much fun. So
I miss San Diego. We always say, it's supposed to be I left my heart in San Francisco. I left mine in San Diego.
Mine belongs here. That's why I moved here.
Yeah, we moved up here because at the time we could not afford a house in San Diego. I was 23. My husband was 25. So Temecula was, you could get a house for 120 grand. Yeah. 120,000. And so we moved up here, and then we ended up raising our family up here. But I love Temecula now, but if our business wasn't in Murrieta, I'd be back in San Diego.
And it's okay, because you can stay.
But I'm not going to commute. Hell no.
No, that's why we don't do anything anymore. We're just, we sit here and we look at the baseball field, and which right now is not a baseball field. They covered the diamond. They're setting it up to be a football field right now. We have the Hollywood Holiday Bowl next week, I think. Week after. That's what's fun.
I just read other sport that Super Bowl's coming to LA in 26, I think.
Ooh.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
What a nightmare. I mean, it's great for the city and the revenue and all that stuff, but I was like, oh my God. Can you imagine the traffic? Could you imagine?
Okay, so when you say that, and I know this, I obviously it's going to age me a little bit. When you say that, all I can remember is living in LA in 1984 when the Olympics were here.
Yeah.
That was like, you just stay home. Don't go anywhere. It didn't matter. Just don't go anywhere.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I can only imagine. And the traffic wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. Because you have to be in a car in California. People don't understand that. You cannot live here Megan, right? Am I right? You cannot live in California without a vehicle. It's not like other places where you can. And so
Yeah,
that's
no, most
all
of
people
California.
in cars. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's not the way it is. So, but well, I thought, how much fun. I get to be the mystery guest and Victoria doesn't know it's going to be me.
I love this. I love doing this. I love talking, obviously. It's like so second nature for me. But I love always to see who it is. It's so exciting. But oh my gosh. Sorry. I also have allergies now that I never had before, and my nose just goes like a little faucet whenever it wants to.
You just
So
do it. We do what
I
we can
have
do and make through.
I'm trying to see the time. I think, Megan, where are we at? Do we get to get to
It's,
questions?
oh my gosh, it's already 9:45, or wait, 6:45.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say earlier, I hate to butt in when we were talking about butts, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Yeah.
But Miranda, my fiance, was laughing in the background.
I saw
And
you laughing on my monitor, and I know that people can't see you unless you
yeah,
talk, and then
no,
you
I
come
know.
on, but I was like, what is going on over here?
I was looking at the comments and people were like, it's all about the butts for me. And like, I love a
Yeah.
nice ass. And it was just so much fun. So, and then I had to Google. So Naomi, you're in the San Diego area, so that your team is the Padres.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
'cause I was thinking like, what? Like, I was in LA, so I don't know what the San Diego team is. So I had to Google it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, San
Okay,
Diego
but
Padres.
the question that we always start with, Becky said, I know this is where we always start, but where do we start if we are a new reader for you, Naomi? So where should they start with your books? I know
Okay.
you have lots of options.
I have some options. Yeah, I think it kind of depends on them. If they're a sports person at all, book one of my baseball series, go there. It's called The Sweet Spot. Here, I have all my props right here. So this is The Sweet Spot.
Oh, look at that back.
Yeah. I don't hot ball.
Great
If it's
pick.
gonna be baseball, it needs to be a hottie. And so this is book one, The Sweet Spot. I would say if you like baseball or sports, this is the one to start with. It's a age gap older woman.
Oh, a little switch up there. Nice.
Ooh, older woman. I love that.
Yeah. And he's the catcher and team captain. So um yeah, and he's
Who,
broken.
who customarily is there a position that typically has the hottest guy on the team? Like, who's the guy? Is it the pitcher? Because he's like the guy, or is it they're all different?
I don't think it's the pitchers. Honestly, I feel like most of the pitchers are kind of nerdy.
Yeah.
The pitchers tend to be, I mean, there's some of them that are just hot, but I think the pitchers tend to be kind of long and gangly, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think catchers overall tend to be a favorite. Catchers, first baseman.
I love when they whip their mask off and go running. That's so like they're in it.
They're in it.
Yeah.
People don't realize a lot of it if they don't know much about baseball, but a lot of the time the catchers who actually is calling the game, the catchers
Well,
tell
yeah, you see them doing it between their legs. They're making every call. Yeah.
and so that's a lot of it. And they tend to be a little hotter because they're just a little bit bulkier and they spent so much time down in that crouched position. I mean, you want to see the best butt on the team, go check out the catcher,
Man, the catcher. That has so many other meanings. The catcher.
It does, but it just depends on what you like. And like I have some of my favorites have been the catcher, and I have a baseball thing that I do. I pick a player each year and I yell at them like they're mine.
Oh yeah.
Season long, like monogamously them.
Yeah.
And so I pick a player each year and I do that. And for a while it was a catcher, and then for a few years it was one of our outfielders. Again, no, I'm really bad. I picked the one with the nice rear and then thick thighs.
Yeah.
And and then the past couple of years I've been yelling for our second baseman, who played first base a lot this year too. And just because I like to pick the guy that's kind of the undervalued underdog.
Right.
Everybody else is yelling for all the rest of them.
Sure. It's such a mom thing to do, isn't it?
But when the one comes out, and I'm not, I mean, I'm sure nobody would even guess this, I'm not quiet. Like,
No.
I know. So it's to the point like when like so Jake, his when I yelled for his name was Jake Cronenworth. When he came out to hit, as soon as his walk up music was out, I just howl. Like
Yeah.
I howl to the point where people hear me on the TV and the radio and they say, "Oh, you're at the game." I get text messages.
How funny.
Yeah, and so that's just kind of the thing. But yeah, so I would say if they like sports at all, the sweet spot. If they are unsure because I'm new to them, most like the Muffin Man.
The muffin.
Hot rom-com about a fireman who kind of who both parties only kind of do one night stands. She only does one night stands because she has had a rough past, and he doesn't think anybody worth it should have to worry about being with a fireman.
Nice.
Very extremely hot, but also literally it's kind of funny. It's a laugh out loud, but
Yeah.
with it extremely hot. And it anyway, it some some stories like roll, and it's one of those ones that it just kind of is the way it is. So I would say if you're starting with one of those two, that would be one of the two places to go. Though, and I know I talked to Megan about it because we were going to do a book giveaway.
Right.
And the one I'm giving away is that one. So I'll wait until Megan wants to know more about that one, and we can, or if she tells
All
us.
right.
We'll wait for her to say, but you have to tell us about that. We'll wait for
Build the suspense.
Well, it's not a rom-com and it's not sports, so it pretty much makes everybody else happy.
There.
Yeah.
All right, Megan, do we have any other questions?
Yes, I like this question from Kelly. Naomi, do you have a favorite player in the league that's not on the Padres?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because they always trade my favorite boys. So one of my favorite players is Hunter Renfroe. And he was actually my outfielder with the six eyes. But then he got moved around different places, and I adore him. And there's some others too that are no longer around. One of my favorites is now a coach in the Cubbies farm system. And his name was Krista Norfia, and he's been out of the majors now for probably 6 or 7 years. But
So do you do the whole like spring training camp and the whole thing? Do you go to there? Is that out in Phoenix here?
Yeah, I love it. I love spring training. I've been to spring training a handful of times. I'm not going to go this year because somebody, when she was making her signing schedule, was not paying attention.
Oh, apparently not. Because who would do that?
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I scheduled 5 weekends and 4 signings in 5 weekends. All that I have to fly to all of them. And
oh my God.
Yeah. And all during spring training, pretty much.
Oh.
So I'm okay with it.
I don't know why. And I know they always call it, oh, it's signing season, but why? Why do the people that organize these things not break them up more? It's so hard on us. I mean, you usually get like 2 back-to-back, but girl, 4?
I know. And I have
You're
one
wasted. You're going to be done.
I know. I'm totally going to be wasted. And it's okay. And I did it to myself, but it was, you know, what it was the readers that I had that wanted me to go. One of my good readers, she goes, you have to come out here. I'm here. And then I'm like, okay, I'll sign up for that one. And then the last one, well, then one came up that was my first one I traveled to 5 years ago. And this is the next time. They haven't had it in the 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
At a baseball stadium. And I'm like,
I am there. Yeah.
I'm going. And then the other one that came, a friend of mine months back said, put in for this one. You need to come to New Orleans. And because I have never been to New Orleans. And and I'm like, well, okay. And I wasn't paying attention. Well, sure enough, there it is.
Dark Voices.
Dark Voices.
Is that what that one is, Megan? I'm going to New Orleans in a terrible time of year, like August. Yes, it's like August, September. But
I'm going to one. It's called Bellanola.
Oh,
March.
I've seen it. Yeah. All right. Well, at least the weather won't be as bad.
No.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Seriously, New Orleans in the end of the summer.
No, I've got after those get done, I've got here in June for Love and Devotion. Then I've got July in Seattle, which is fine because it never gets too bad there.
Right.
Or not Love in Seattle. What is it? Seattle. It's Readers and Writers Seattle. I got that one. That one's at it. And then I'm signing up in the high desert at the Little Book Bug with my buddy Rochelle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She said,
I
you
think
have
that's where I met Megan, first of all. And I think you were there too. I think you were there. I think you
probably.
were walking and you talked to me about organizing a signing. It was before you ever did your first one.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we did.
funny. Naomi was at that signing that day at that bookstore.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, how fun.
I was there. So, and Rochelle that owns the bookstore out there, that's, so she sends me a text. She goes, "It's Bookstore Romance Day. It's August 17th. You have to be here." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." With her, I just say, "Yes, ma'am." Whatever you
Yeah,
say.
she does so much for the community. It's
Yeah.
those are the things. It's like it's the least I can do, darling. Is drive
Yes.
up there and sign some books for you, really.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I will be there. No problem. I will absolutely. So yeah, I talk to her way too much.
Yeah.
She's like, if my bestie is at my right hip, she's probably on the left one. So, it's Ro is one of those things she's an acquired taste, but we love her.
It's funny.
Oh my gosh,
Megan,
it's
anyone
already
else?
it's 9:56. But I really love how many sports questions we've got because I don't
Go
know,
This
I
is
ahead.
just
not
feel
a
like
conversation I think we've
maybe
ever had before, right?
romance.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll answer
Yeah.
quick. I'll do quick answers if you want.
Well, I wanted to say Kelly's answer who asked you about the person you liked outside of that team, which already went in one ear and out the other for me because I know nothing about sports. But she said, "Oh my God, I love him too. I love Batista," which sounds familiar, but I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
So, do you love any other sports?
If I paid as much attention to any other sport as I did baseball, I would get nothing done.
Yeah.
So I do actually enjoy hockey sometimes, but I am not invested in any of the other sports like I am with baseball, which is really
Okay.
funny because in high school I played basketball. I don't watch it.
Yeah. How funny.
Yep.
I was on the dance team, so I would just like fall asleep at all the sports events. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so boring." But my fiance loves sports, so I've been watching a little more sports this year.
I
Okay.
went to
Becky
one
also
Padres game when I lived in San Diego, and Naomi, I'm so sorry. I fell asleep
It's okay. You're not the only person I know that has fallen asleep.
in my seat in the stadium. I fell asleep.
I always tell people they need to see it my way.
Yeah.
You
It's
need to
just
see
not
it.
something that like I would like, dying over. So it just, and I think we had really shitty seats and, it was like, okay, they have beer, right? So
Yeah,
a
you know
couple
what?
beers in, I was done.
We have beer and margarita, and right behind where I sit now, we have a full bar. In fact, we
Oh,
have two full
nice.
bars, so you can get whatever you want. There's one
Yeah.
right back there now that sells prosecco by the bottle.
Oh, nice. So they're scaling up. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I am so glad we got to chat. So nice talking with you, just like one-on-one and not while you're running through a
Right.
signing with your.
I do that with my head chopped off. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anytime you want me to come to one of your signings, you let me know. I'll be there.
I love that. Thank you so much, Victoria.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I am so proud to be in your last anthology. I
Right. It just closed out. Hopelessly Devoted.
hopefully just thank you. I was, just gone right out of my head. I was looking at it. I can see it on my shelf, but I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was
It was a lot of fun.
it was just a fun departure, to write a quickie and do something completely out of the Shark's Edge world at the time. And so, yeah.
We're going to do another anthology with our 25 signing.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to go it's going to go back again to the the Women's Cancer Research Foundation.
Right.
And we're going to do that again. And I can't say what we're doing yet, but it's going to be shorter stories. So think like a scene, like limited to like 5,000 words.
Right.
Scene.
Right.
And all of them are going to be hot.
Yeah.
So
just quick and dirty. Nice.
Yeah. And so just kind of a fun thing that we're going to do and have a little bit of an innuendo twist on at the event. So
right.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I can't wait to hear what that's all about.
So, but yeah, no, I appreciate that. So hopefully we'll get to see it one of the next ones coming up. And Maggie, do you want me to show you the book that we're giving away?
Yes, I was just gonna say this is the question you've been waiting for. Let us know about your giveaway.
Okay, so we're giving away a copy of Just a California Girl, which I cannot get light on to save my life. There it is. And Just a California Girl is book one in my Betting on Love series. It has 2 books out right now. They are both the same couple. And I'm going to tell you, I have no darkness in my body, but every little bit of darkness and angst that I have, which is probably like this last little digit of my pinky, is in that book.
You put it there. Yeah.
All right there in that book. And this is a story that is based on meeting on a lie. So the question to think about, and this is why you have to, you want this one, is you have to think about this. If you met somebody and you were pretending to be somebody you weren't, because girls' night in Vegas, you're not going to meet the one in Vegas, right? But you did. And now he's the one, but he thinks you're somebody else. Do you tell him? How long do you wait to tell him? What happens if you don't tell him?
Right. Because if you think he's the one, you're going to lose him.
You're going to lose. Right. It's that kind of a thing. So, and that is the basis of the story. So, and it has a twist. So just kind of put that all out there for you. So
nice.
One of my favorites. And it's got some parts in it where I'm going to actually say there are some parts in that story that are 100% real.
Ooh.
In the very beginning. Beginning. Yeah. So anyway, kind of an interesting thing.
That little story I wrote for the anthology, I thought people are going to think this is me because it came out of the gate like, I'm describing this woman, she's my age, because I never really write in my age. And so I thought, let's see what happens here. That's like where it started. I didn't really have a plan. I just started writing it and just went with it. And then I was like, people are going to think I'm going through a divorce or, that's bad. Like, no, everyone knows I'm happily married forever and ever. So.
No, and it was such a good story, but I think writing stories that aren't us or aren't your life, I think that is kind of why we write stories. I mean,
sure.
Whether it's to kind of experience that emotion of like, oh my gosh, what if I was going through this,
right.
or whatever it might be. I think that's kind of, the idea. I mean, my first baseball story, but oh my gosh, I woke up one morning and I was in the middle of this dream, like I was in this dream, like totally. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on writing a book. And the next thing I know, an hour later, I was sitting in my bed and I was in San Diego. I was away from home and I was in San Diego and I hadn't even brought my work computer with me because I didn't want to work.
Right.
I literally typed out 9,000 words on my iPad.
Oh my God.
And like, because we have those moments. And I'm like, and then I just closed it. I'm like, go away. So, but it was like, oh, these characters are here. I had no idea. I had this idea in my head that I was going to write a book. And I had the idea for it. And that book didn't come out until 3 years later and 7 books in between.
How funny.
It is. It's very strange. Yeah. And
there is no real, like, people who think they have their life plan, just stop because you have no control over anything. You're just reacting. It's just, there is, in my head, just tiny philosophical moment. I am like, I think there's just like a whole, either it's divine intervention or it's cosmic or it's planetary, it's whatever, we're just here for the ride, y'all.
It's absolutely true. And, it just go with it and ride the roller coaster and
make the most of it. You might.
Yeah. It's just the way it is. And honestly, it's like, it's been a crazy ride and I've made some fabulous friends that I'm like, how did I not have these people in my life?
Right. Right.
I mean, how did I ever live without having Tanya call and talk to me for 2 hours, every 3 days, for the 50 years of my life or whatever,
Right.
That's not even seem possible to me. And did I not have these people that, I hadn't met you and and it's like all these people. And I'm like, well, how was that?
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Yeah, it's so weird how life goes. I was just telling my daughter-in-law that, because they're so young, and they talk about friendships are so fleeting and this and that. And I said, I did not meet my best friends till I was 44. And now I'm sure they'll be my best friends till the day we all die. But it took me 44 years to find out almost like who I was, to find out who were my people.
See, and I totally get that. And I'm gonna tell you, my best friend, we call each other sisters. We don't even classify as the other way anymore.
Right.
And I will tell you, I met her at my 6th birthday party.
Yeah.
And she was my friend all the way through school. We both left high school before it was the time for our different reasons. She had to move away and do different things. And when she left, we had some type of a tiff. I don't remember what it was right before she left. So she was just gone.
Right.
But I was 18, 17 and it didn't.
Yeah, whatever.
But here's what the best part was. It was age 35 when I found her again.
Right.
And it was like, where have you been? And she goes, I don't know. Where have you been? And
right.
And it was just like, and there she was, and we were back, and it's like, she's in Washington, and I'll tell you what, we don't go a week and a half without talking to each other. We
right.
get texts every other day. She sends me
right.
the dirtiest stuff. Oh my god. She's one of my alpha. She's like my alpha reader. She gets everything before anybody else now. She's, right. She's absolutely wonderful, and we do this back and forth. And it's like when I told her, I go, hey, I'm gonna go do this New Orleans signing, and she goes, did you just say we're going on a girls trip? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So, that's how that is. And it's like, we're looking at this and it's like, how did that happen? And it's like, I've had her back in my life now for about 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like everybody else you look at, nobody else is the same. No matter what you do, nobody else is the same.
Right.
So, and it's funny, we walk in and we order if we happen to be somewhere we're drinking, which I'm not a huge drinker, but I sometimes. So funny because I order Jack and she orders Jose.
It's so funny.
It's very odd. I'm like, here we go again. That's what we do.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Thanks for having
me. Megan, did we pick winners? We
did, but we didn't. What are you giving away? Is it just the winner's
just,
choice?
Yeah, whatever they want. It's fine.
Okay. We do have winners. Mm-hmm. I know this hour just flew by, didn't it? Okay. So for Naomi, it's April.
All right.
For Victoria, it's Becky.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Yay. Congratulations, winners.
Yes, congrats.
All right. Thank you again for coming. And thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And everyone have
oh my gosh,
very Merry Christmas and safe holiday.
It's that time where we get to say see you next year.
We will see you in 2024.
Bye. Have a Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you.